White Wizard with Rob. He's going to show us about Kapow, which is coming back to Kickstarter with some new material and expansions.
Hey, we have here Kapow. This was a game made by some local game designers, and they self-published it and put it out on Kickstarter. And we actually met up with them at the Boston Festival of Indie Games, and they had a really cool booth with a lot of energy. People were really excited about the game. We checked it out, and it was a really perfect fit for our portfolio. So we brought it in to the White Wizard Games family, and we're going to be reprinting it and making some expansion content, and all that's going to be coming to Kickstarter. And Kapow is a dice building superhero fighting game. So one player plays a hero, one player plays a villain, and each turn you're going to roll these dice and assign them and decide what it is that you want to do for that turn. So we have these colorful dice. Those are these guys are the trait dice, and they have they're obviously pre-built. They have all their faces on them, and then we have these action dice, these big black dice, and these guys you can add faces directly to the die, so you can build it throughout the course of the game. So these guys just slide in here, and you can build the die with any faces that you want during the course of the game. So each turn, you're going to roll your dice, and you've got this little chart in front of you, and you can spend your dice to do different things. So for example, if I wanted to do a base attack of Zap for 2 points of damage, I could put the fist here, and I could put any die I want next to it to satisfy that criteria. So now I'm attacking for 2 points. So you have one row for attacks, you have one row for defense to protect yourselves from your opponent's attack, and you have one row for powering up. When you power up, you're going to make yourself more powerful for later in the game. So for example, I could use this X factor here, and along with an agility to gain a new action die. So I'll be gaining another one of these dice for the future in the game, and that'll also come with a non-wild face. So when I get that die, I can pick any color I want except for the wild lightning bolt, and I can put that on the new die. I may, for example, want to place a die here in face-off, which would make my opponent lose 1 health for each face they gain, and maybe I want to gain another wild face for my die. So I would, behind my player screen, I would set this all up in secret. So you got this nice player screen, which has play aids and reminders on it. And so you roll your dice, you set it up behind the screen, and then when you and your opponent are both ready, you reveal and then resolve your attacks. You take your attack, subtract your opponent's defense, and they take that much damage. In the learning game, what we call it sidekick mode, you start with 20 health, and when you're playing with specific characters, you're going to start with different amounts of health. And when you do attack, just your attack value minus your opponent's defense, they lose that much health. And then they do their attack minus your defense value, and you lose that much health. And then you do your power-ups. So here, I'd be gaining that new die, and it comes with one non-wild face. And with this ability, I'd get to, with the chin-up, I'd get to choose one more non-wild face, anyone I want, and add it to the die. And then when I roll the next turn, I'm going to be adding this additional die to my pool, and you both put up your screens back up and roll again. And as the game progresses, you're going to be getting more and more dice, going to be being able to do more and more powerful maneuvers. And it has a flow and a feel very much like the Star Realms games, where it plays fast, it's quick, it's fun. You're balancing between being aggressive and powering up your stuff for later in the game. And it's got phenomenal replayability with these special characters. So with these special characters, these heroes and these villains, you have 6 different characters in the main set. Each one has their starting health total and which dice that they start with. So you can see the colors of the dice that you start with based on their screen. And if you flip them over to the play side, this gives you unique special abilities to that character. So these powers only this particular character has. So basically, the cravings ability only the spoiler alert villain has, and this board just goes right next to your player board behind your screen. So when you're playing as this villain, you just put these two together, and now you'll have these additional places where you can place your dice that are unique to this character. So with 6 different characters in the base set, you get tons and tons of replayability, and really fast, really fun.
So is that all the expansions, or did you talk about them yet?
So this is the base game, and we are working on new expansions. So we're going to be coming out with a new box set with 6 new characters. We have a mega villain and a mega hero that are super powerful. You can play them versus 2 people playing regular characters. And we also have team up boards where you and a friend can play on a team together, and you'll have a board between you for doing maneuvers where both of you are contributing dice to those sort of team maneuvers. And so you can do 2-on-1 versus the mega hero or the mega villain, or you can have team up fights where you and a friend play against 2 other players.
So would that be combining 2 boxes to do the
combining
2
two boxes. Yeah, combining 2 boxes and the hero and villain, mega hero and mega villain set in order to have the ability to play those 2v1 or 2v2 matchups.
So when are you anticipating this coming to Kickstarter?
We're anticipating going to Kickstarter around the March timeframe.
Awesome. So this looks so cool. I love the buildable dice game. We've been a huge fan of Hero Forge when that came out a couple years ago. I love the superhero theme, obviously. So excited to see what you're going to add to it in the future.
Awesome. Thank you.